My name is Patty Ford, and I thank you for joining me for the IPedge hardware and software overview. This session covers the IPedge hardware options, the system software, and provides a list of the system's robust set of features. The IPedge system is an advanced unified communication system. It consists of an integrated IPedge server running multiple applications. An IPedge server can be a standalone system. A single system could also be made up of one or more IPedge servers. Multi-node IPedge net systems consist of multiple IPedge servers connected via IPedge net to appear as a large distributed system. The IPedge bezel is an option for the EC and EM servers. There is a unique bezel kit for each of the server models. The bezel is attached directly to the server chassis and provides security so unauthorized personnel will not have access to the server. The IPedge hardware platform is available in three configurations: the IPedge EP serving up to 40 users, the IPedge EC serves up to 200 users, the IPedge EM serves up to 1,000 users. The servers are both 1U rack mount chassis. Toshiba's IPedge EP server is an all-IP system designed for ease of installation, use, and maintenance. The IPedge EP system delivers big company features at an affordable price for small businesses and branch locations. IPedge EP server basic characteristics: it can either be a standalone or a 19-inch rack mount. The EP can be set on a shelf or table horizontally or vertically using an optional base. Its height is 2.362 inches, width 9.25 inches, and depth 8.12 inches. It has a 250 gigabit hard drive, a 2.6 gigahertz processor, and supports between 8 and 40 users. The power supply is accessed through the rear panel. All cable connections are on the rear panel. The front bezel piece will expand to accommodate a 19-inch rack. The EC server is designed for systems for up to 200 users. This server has one front access 2.5-inch hard disk drive. The IPedge server supports IPMI, or Intelligent Platform Management Interface 2.0. IPMI provides remote hardware health monitoring. The IPedge server has an embedded baseboard management controller which provides remote hardware monitoring and remote access console via PMI. Key features include the following: server chassis temperature monitoring, fan speed monitoring, power supply monitoring, remote power control to power on, power off, or to reboot a system, remote access to text-based, graphics-based system information and operating system information, and remote management of utility software applications. The IPedge EC server fits in a standard 19-inch rack. Rails are not included with the server chassis, but can be ordered additionally. The depth of the server is 15 inches. There's also space for an additional RAID 1 drive. RAID 1 and RAID 5 are 1.1 enhancements. The front panel of the IPedge EC server has push-button switches and LED indicators. The disk drive is accessible from the front. The power supply is accessible through the rear panel. All cable connections are also on the rear panel. Two NIC connections in the rear panel support 10 base T, 100 base T, and 1000 base T via RJ45 output. The EM server is for IPedge systems of up to 1,000 users. This has two front access 300 gigabit hard disk drives. RAID 1 configuration is included. RAID 5 is scheduled for a 1.1 enhancement. The IPedge EM server supports IPMI, or Intelligent Platform Management Interface 2.0. IPMI provides remote hardware health monitoring. The IPedge server has an embedded baseboard management controller which provides remote hardware monitoring and remote access console via IPMI. Key features include server chassis temperature monitoring, fan speed monitoring, power supply monitoring, remote power control to power on, power off, or reboot a system, remote access to text-based, graphics-based system information and operating system information, and remote management of utility software applications. The IPedge EM server has two redundant hot-swappable power supplies. The server can run indefinitely on one power supply. It fits in a standard 19-inch rack. Rails are not included with the server chassis but can be ordered additionally. The server depth is 25.6 inches. The front panel of the IPedge EM server has push-button switches and LED indicators. The hot swappable disk drives are accessible from the front. The IPedge EM server has dual redundant power supplies accessed through the rear panel. In the event of a power supply failure, the failed supply will go offline and the surviving supply will supply all of the power and allow the system to continue operation without interruption. All cable connections are on the rear panel. 2 NIC connections in the rear panel support 10 base T, 100 base T, and 1000 base T via RJ45 output. The IPedge server should have a dedicated AC power circuit. Toshiba recommends an uninterruptible power supply, or UPS, for the IPedge server. A UPS is a preferred power source since it provides automatic switchover to 120 VAC backup in case of a loss of power. Now we'll review the software included in every IPedge system. The following software is included and installed on the IPedge server. Red Hat Enterprise Linux 5.4 for the base operating system, providing scalability and security. Java, Apache Tomcat, MySQL. This is the platform software. IPedge Core includes call processing, media server applications, and each IPedge server has multiple applications running on the server. The media server, the SIP Mega Co-Converter, Net Server, Messaging, Meeting, Webmin, Bacula, and Enterprise Manager, as well as other administration and application tools. Media server resources are used to mix voices of more than 2 parties and are involved in audio processing in the IPedge system to play, record, and mix audio streams. The media server manages all resources used by the IPedge call processor, including 3 to 8-way conferencing, group paging, music on hold and background music source, DTMF tone generation and detection, call processing tone generation and detection, and the SIP Mega Co-Converter provides functionality for Toshiba IP phone's robust feature set. IPedge Enterprise Manager provides a single-point, single-page web interface for users to configure data, manage, control, and maintain all components of these applications, and coordinate the configuration of all IPedge solution servers in an IPedgeNet system. A key feature of Enterprise Manager is centralized management. It provides a convenient single location of interest or website for managing all functions or parts of the IPedge system, including nodes, application servers, and media gateways. For enterprise systems, Enterprise Manager collects, organizes, and presents configuration and maintenance data from multiple nodes or branches as a single data set. The admin user is not forced to collect or manage data of the same type from individual nodes or branches. Enterprise Manager is a web browser-based administration application that resides on every IPedge server. Enterprise Manager is an interface that can be accessed from any computer with network access to the primary node. The administration terminal is a PC connected to the network. No special software is required. Enterprise Manager can be accessed using Microsoft Internet Explorer version 7 or later, or Foxfire version 5 or later. There are 2 types of Enterprise Manager user roles, for system administrators and for telephone users. Each role is defined as a list of permissionable items or access rights that determine the user's access level in Enterprise Manager. Roles are configurable, and we pre-configured 4 system administrators as technician roles and 2 as user roles. Enterprise Manager phone user role is for the individual user to program the functions for their own telephone. Users are able to assign or set buttons, set Do Not Disturb, speed dial, and call forward options, set distinctive ring patterns, and voicemail options. Webmin is a popular web-based admin tool for Linux systems. Webmin has been customized for IPedge. A graphical user interface simplifies the Linux operating system management. It allows users to perform tasks through a web interface, automatically updates all of the required configuration files, and Webmin is accessed through the IPedge Enterprise Manager. The IPedge system backup process is controlled by Bacula, a client-server-based backup program. Bacula is a set of programs that manage the backup, recovery, and verification of the IPedge configuration database for a standalone system or for every node on an enterprise network. Bacula runs on the primary node server and all member nodes, and Bacula is accessed through webmin. NetServer is the server-based application for IPedge call manager configurations. Messaging is pre-installed on the IPedge system and can be activated using IPedge Enterprise Manager. This application provides voicemail and unified messaging as well as a robust feature set. The audio and web conferencing applications include the following conference types: reservationless Meet Me conference, reservation-based Meet Me conference, dialed number-based conference, and recurring conference. The system ships with a web-accessible graphical user interface. A personal computer connected to the company's LAN or the Internet can be used to launch the user interface. IPedge has a robust suite of features including call processing features, messaging features, call manager features, and meeting features. Please see the documentation posted with this session for the full list of features, and the IPedge general description includes feature descriptions. There's also a feature session highlighting many IPedge features. Thank you for joining me for this session. Please also review the IPedge general description for additional system and feature details.